Hi, my name is Susan Powers. I'm the director of the Institute for Sustainable Environment and a professor of environmental engineering here at Clarkson. My involvement at Clarkson's been for a long time, and most recently I am taking care of sort of sustainability across Clarkson's campus, and part of that's thinking about our climate and teaching climate change classes, especially for engineers. But part of that is my own story. I first came to Clarkson as an undergraduate student in 1979. I got an undergraduate degree in chemical engineering and then also stayed for a master's degree in civil and environmental engineering. And I got to tell you, winters were a lot worse when I was an undergraduate student than here. And not only that, no students had cars, so we were walking all over Potsdam. We regularly walked from the Hill campus to the downtown campus for classes. I also took classes at what was then Potsdam College 2 or 3 times a week, and so there was a lot of trips all the way over to the other side of the river. It used to be so cold that in the winter we could regularly walk across the river with no fear about the river being frozen enough to support our weight. It was just like the regular path. There was like a highway of footsteps through the snow, whether mostly to Ives Park and then off to different directions. And it really cut off that corner. It made the walking a lot faster. I still occasionally walk across the river, and I always walk to and from campus, but it's different now. Rather than bundling up for like a whole week in January when it never got above 0 degrees Fahrenheit, I had on long johns and snowmobile boots and wool pants and big down coat. And my eyelashes would still freeze together. I still wear long johns when I walk across the river, but rarely do I ever think that I need my big down coat or wool pants anymore. And my eyelashes, that's my ultimate measure of cold temperature, they rarely freeze anymore in the winter. And so anecdotally, I can see that the winters now are not nearly as bad as they were now getting close to 40 years ago. But it's not just anecdotal evidence. Part of teaching climate change for engineers, we look at a lot of climate data. And one of the resources we use, we look at local weather stations. So we have weather data from Ogdensburg dating back to 1880s. And I just looked at the January data in my time frame from 1979 until now. And what do the average January temperatures look like in that period? The rate of change astonished me. Truly, it was a lot more than I expected. 0.7 degrees Celsius change per decade over the time since 1979, the 40 years that I've been associated with Potsdam. That's far faster than the average global temperature change, or even in the Northeast United States. And it's really our winter temperatures that are changing the most. Our summers have not changed nearly as much. But it's alarming and it's substantial. And so all those stories you hear about, oh, winters used to be worse, they truly were. It was a lot colder in January 40 years ago than it is now.